congratulations. You're in a field that's dangerously littered with glass, but you're mostly okay. Good job. If anyone wants to do anything in this brief moment of respite, you are welcome. Otherwise, I will continue narrating you through.
Time is going to check on everybody. Who all is feeling major damage right now?
I think I just took 2 damage the entire time.
Same.
That was for the blast. Thanks to
Hugo, how are you feeling on health?
Great. Actually, tough ears are tucked in, and I start to dance.
Well,
got to get that emotion out somewhere. So rage turns into joy.
Cat is a little bit scratched up, but Hugo definitely took more of a wallop than Cat did.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 50, how many are you missing?
I am down about 10%.
Yeah.
Of my total.
Okay, so I'm going to use 2 first level spells, one on Cat and then one on Hugo for cure wounds. Cat, you get... I am so sorry. You get 4.
Thank you for the 4.
Hugo, you get 9.
Thank you.
How long is a short rest, and do we have time for one?
I believe it's a 5-minute rest. Oh, sorry.
It depends on the setting.
Short rest is a few hours. You do not have time.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Time, and I'm gonna kind of give him a good shoulder tap and say you did well. And at the same time, I'm gonna heal him with Lay on Hands Pool.
You don't need to.
No, I have to. The 2 damage that I gave him, I'm gonna make it go away as if it didn't happen because I felt guilty for it. Because he was really good in combat.
That character growth, though.
I know.
The second you place the hand on their shoulder, it's just like, thank you. Thank you. You're so awesome.
So you'll take to restore 2 HP.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. Ace is gonna remember, oh yeah, there was this giant noise and a lot of noise and I'm going to go back stealth. You guys, we gotta be careful. Everybody heard. We need to be careful. The whole castle heard everything. Be quiet. Go stealth again. See what happens. I'm gonna laugh if I fail this utterly. I didn't fail it utterly. Nice.
And then I talked to you 2 about this. I'm gonna rummage in my pack in anticipation of getting the last item. I'm gonna pull out my forgery kit, and I'm gonna create a letter from the Queen to release the item of interest. I don't know what that requires, but I have all of the things. I have a paper, I have a forgery kit, an ink, and an ink pen all in my pack, so I could do all the things.
Do you want to do that now? Do you want to take the time to spend right now in this courtyard doing that? Or is that something that you would like to ready to finish when you are maybe in a less open area?
Yes, I'm not sure what that takes. Yeah. Just like getting it ready.
It's going to take a couple of minutes to do.
As long as I'm not doing it in front of the person. That was my idea. Like kind of pre-ep it.
Okay. Yeah. You can have that out and ready. And if you would like, it'll be like a little bit less good quality if you want to work on it while you're walking.
Okay.
Let's go. You guys, we gotta move.
If I keep up the haste spell, would they be able to write it down faster as they're moving?
Sure. Yes, you can. I love this creative problem solving. Of course you can.
So I already have it up, so they have it for another, let's see, went through a few rounds. So I'll say, I'd say 30 seconds. I kind of lean over. It's like, I'll be honest, I've only used this spell on wine and cheese.
That is awesome. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ready it up. I'm gonna kind of hunch in the corner and just kind of just go at it.
Okay, awesome. You do that. You successfully forge a letter releasing this object of interest to yourself?
I'm not going to use myself. I'm going to say to actually Ace. I'm going to do Ace.
Beautiful.
What are you
Amazing.
writing? A letter of apology? What is this?
It'll work. Trust me. I've done this before. I mean, it helps with getting things done. The things that need to get done. Okay.
Love this.
I would like to be keeping watch.
This is actually very useful. Well done. Thank you.
Kat, would you like to roll a perception check?
With how my dice have been today,
Amazing. You continue to see a courtyard. You point out a particularly large piece of glass to Hugo so that he doesn't step on it. Good job.
All right, let's go. Let's go, you guys.
Here
Now
for
that
the
the letter's
party.
written or whatever, let's go now.
I'm all good.
Great.
I'm moving toward whatever the.
Hugo wasn't paying attention. Goes, what?
Hugo, shh.
So I'm tapping Hugo on the back. It's like, come on, my amphibian Fred, let us go.
Amazing.
Oh.
Kat, are you also following in this train of movement?
Yep.
Excellent. You make it through the archway that leads into the Queen's wing. Knave and Ace, you know that this area is usually sparsely populated anyway, partly because the Queen is very particular on who helps her and who is in her quarters, and partly because no one wants to be near the Queen if they can help it, unless they're required to. Particularly those who serve in the castle and whose faces and names blend together from the Queen's perspective. The ground in here, the floors in here shift into, it looks almost like a checkerboard pattern, but it's red and white tiles. And in some corners, you can see a little bit of what might be blood. You're not specifically sure around the corners. There is only really one way forward as you're moving through this wing. If I can get just everyone to make me a group perception real quick.
Kat is on edge,
Okay.
and I would like to use some of her instincts of survival
Mhm.
to check for Fey, Fiend, and Undead.
Does it detect the presence of those
Looking
entities?
at tracking. So I'm not
Okay.
looking at a primeval awareness
Okay.
type thing. Just like, do I notice any signs of them in the area? I'm
Okay.
using the Hunter's Bane feature.
Okay. Is that something that you roll for? Is that just something that you activate and have?
It gives me advantage on survival checks.
Okay,
For
great.
Fey, Fiend, and Undead.
Excellent. Then yeah, go ahead and roll that.
I rolled 2 8s.
Beautiful.
My dice today. So sassy.
You can tell that there has been something here. You're not 100% sure what. It doesn't feel.
For clarity, that did create a total of 15, not
Yes.
a total of 8.
For those listening at home, yeah, that's a 15.
Yeah.
We're doing relatively well. You can tell that something has been here. You don't think it's particularly recent. It doesn't feel like it's something that is here often, but you can sense as you're moving towards the Queen's quarters that something has walked this path before you. And as you get towards the Queen's quarters, it gets a little bit stronger. All of you, as you're moving through the halls, you notice that it is completely deserted here. There is no one here. And I believe all of you know that the Queen is not in the castle right now. So it does make a little bit of sense, because why would anyone be here when she is out doing battle in other lands? As you're moving through these corridors, there are areas that have some paintings on the walls. Most of them are of the Queen herself. end of those most favored in her courts. And as you come up to her door, it is cherry wood that's very ornately carved. And if me double check one thing.
I just
One
realized that
once.
I had auras
Oh.
this entire game. So I had aura protection, which would every friendly ally within 10 feet has +3 to all saving
Oh,
throws.
that's right. Well, now you know for
Mhm.
next time. Paladins do have auras. I actually forgot as well because I don't play a lot of paladins, which I want to. I want to play paladins very badly.
Sorry, just
Uh,
stumbled across that.
I am going to
Yeah.
actually describe, Bex, if it's okay, while you're looking that up, I'm just going to describe what the queen looks like.
Go ahead. Yes, please.
So the queen is not your typical royally dressed queen. She wears clothes as if she's ready to attack at any time. You know, she wears a lot of leather and a lot of blacks and reds. So she has like this very structured, in her portrait, this very structured black and red leather bodice. And you guys know that she usually has this very long black skirt that she will rip off at a moment's notice to show leggings. Because with like, because like just literally, you know, will sprint into action. Nave, you know for a fact she is a trained barbarian. Nave, you also know that now she has this pact with Holda. She has this like shock of black hair that crosses nearly over her eye, but not quite, and goes into this tight set of ringlets at the bottom. And when she's angry, she usually puts it up.
I'm just imagining like the title cast from 6.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's a very 6 vibe. It really, really is. All right, Vex, handing it back to you.
Thank you. Yeah. So you're seeing various portraits of her, and you can see that some of them are of her at different ages or against different battlefields or painted against the fall of the summer court, because that has been her dream and her wish for a long time, which is what she's currently going out to get. But as you come to this ornately carved door, there is a very pretty copper handle that has a lock beneath it, and when you try the door, it is locked.
Cool. I've got some thieves' tools. But before,
I bet he has a key.
Me?
yeah,
Who else?
Time
Do
is
I?
looking like just
Unless it
Ace
was
is like-
confiscated from you.
I didn't know they made another key. Glaring at you. Do you have a
Checking.
key?
I do not.
oh.
Question.
Because Kat is particularly suspicious, she is going to kind of size up the knave in this moment and just give him a good stare down, because she suspects that he's lying at this point, whether or not he is.
Can Time do an insight check? Because I've watched the show long enough to realize, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
You can, yeah. I'm going to tell Nave what to roll.
Okay.
That's a 17.
I think I'm gonna do this as well, if that's all right. An insight check as well,
Of course, yeah.
because I'm like,
Okay. Kat and Ace, you are still very suspicious of this, but you can't see a reason why Nave would be hiding this, and you're not quite sure why he would be lying. And as you look more intently at Nave, you see that there's some truth in this, and whether he's got a close relationship with the queen, whether or not you trust him on other things, you do start to believe that he probably doesn't actually have this key on him, because this would be the ideal time to use it. Time, you're not sure. you think that there's something weird about this, but you can't put your finger on it.
I'm going to walk over to Nave, like hesitant but quick, hand on the shoulders, like, Love, it is all right. They harmed you. They hurt you. What are you keeping from us? If you have a way to get in, let us know.
I truly do not have a way in. If I did, I would tell you guys. I would let you in. I mean, I could try bashing the door down. Will that help?
Do you know a way into the room? Have you ever snuck into the room before?
Does Hugo have any knowledge checks that I could do about being a servant?
Or Ace from knowing the castle.
You
So I'm
could
thinking.
both roll, I want to say history checks.
And can I see through the keyhole?
It is too small to be seen through. All you'd be able to see is that there are tumblers there. You would not even be able to see.
Okay, so it's not a pass-through kind of skeleton key style keyhole.
No.
Okay.
No. Ace and Hugo, you're not sure. You can't remember in this moment. And part of it is because you are distracted by trying to size up Nave in this moment as well. Nave, can you roll me an Arcana check, please?
Arcana?
Mhm.
That was a bad choice. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like one of my only ones with a negative.
and yet you are rolling well. Okay. This is going to be the DM loading screen. I am so sorry. It will take a moment.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, if you need a history check from the weeb of the group, I can throw one out there.
Can I start looking around at the door to see if I can figure out anything about it? And also start looking at the lock to see if I can pick it. Like, what would that be?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Ace, yes, you can pick the lock. Jocelyn, keep me honest on what rolls you need.
That would
Two
be
picks.
a dexterity roll plus your proficiency.
Because you're proficient with thieves' tools. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nave,
Yes.
with your checks, you know that this lock is not magical, so picking it should not be an issue. You know that normally there are detection panels around the store. You're pretty sure that they are set in the floor, but you also can tell that they are deactivated right now, and you're pretty sure that's because the queen is not within the castle.
Okay.
Could I try to break the door down?
I think before that, we're going to resolve Ace's lockpick.
Where do I'm not sorry. I'm not sure.
So a dexterity check at the very
Okay.
top. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a
That-
saving throw. It's just a regular dexterity check, and then we're going to add whatever your proficiency bonus is to that.
I don't know where to find my proficiency bonus.
It's the big box next to walking.
Directly above your initiative.
You have a
Oh.
+4.
I have a +4, so 21.
Great.
The big box that says proficiency bonus.
Amazing.
Is that it? Okay.
Amazing. In your many, many, many years of acting as spy for the queen, you have picked locks much more complicated than this. It's not the easiest lock to pick, but like within a couple of jimmies, you've got it through, and you're able to open the door as who was it? Was it Hugo threatening to? As Hugo was like readying his axe, you're just like, oh nope, I got it, and it clicks open.
See, guys, there was no trap. It was fine. See, I
look back at you
really-
like this.
I don't know why I try.
I look at Tom, it's like,
Me
it's
either.
all right. I don't mind the experience, lover.
And you just get the sky high lifted eyebrow from Kat.
Eyes roll.
And I'm just gonna
Amazing.
feeling pressure. I'm just gonna walk straight through the door.
Perfect. As you walk into this room, the floor suddenly changed from tile to carpet, and it's a red plush carpet that you sink into. This is the highest pile of carpet you've ever been in.
I am now cursed with red 70s shag.
That's
You're
where my mind
welcome.
went to.
You are absolutely welcome. There are two big arching windows along the left-hand side, between which is a four-poster bed that has the red semi-see-through drapings alongside of it. This room isn't particularly well kept, and you get the feeling that no servants are allowed in this room. Nave, with your memory of those traps in the hall, you remember that those are specifically to keep the servants out of this room. There is a large fireplace on the right-hand side, and above the fireplace, in the point of pride, there is a portrait of
Hulda.
Yeah, no, does everyone know who
Oh,
Hulda
that's a
is?
good point. I will describe what she looks like.
Make a religion check or a history
I,
check?
I think that's
Yeah.
a religion.
Let me. What did you say?
I would think that would be a religion check.
It could be religion or history, I think. Let me describe what she looks like really quickly. So you see this portrait of this woman who has very long, dark, straight hair cascading down her back. She has dark, dark eyes, practically black, and she has this very quirked, maniacal tilt to the right side of her mouth. She is wearing this laced up velvet red gown with bell sleeves and has this spiked tiara on her head that looks like it's made of bone. Let's look at the rolls and we'll go from there, Vex.
Is Hulda Fey Fiend or Undead?
Fiend.
She is one of those. Yeah.
Is this the one that I already know?
Jocelyn?
You know who Hulda is, Nave, yes, because
Yes.
you saw her in the castle when the pact was originally made. However, what did everyone else roll? Vex, I want to hand it
think anyone rolled
to
anything.
you really quickly. Did anyone roll a history or a religion?
I rolled a 22
Yeah, we've got
on
some
religion.
religions
Oh.
Are
coming
you
in.
serious? Literally 19. We're just gonna fail it. Yeah, I feel like is that something I might know also from having tabs on the castle? Maybe.
How closely would Ace have been watching the Queen specifically?
Oh, fair. Yeah, no. Ace is
Okay.
mostly watching outward.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, okay, no, that's fair.
I will give you that you have probably, the countenance is familiar to you, but I don't think that you would know who it is with that role.
I'm gonna say with the 22 religion, Kat, you don't know who this is, but you know she is a fiend patron. Like you heard from Hatter that a deal had been struck. You put two and two together with your religion check.
Yeah.
Hugo, you have no clue. She looks scary. Time, you've been watching the show. This is Hulda, who is the fiend patron that the Queen made a deal with. And now I'm going to turn it back to Vex.
Yes. As you move through this room, when you first catch sight of this portrait, Hulda appears in a black dress and she looks still threatening, but in a more typically beautiful kind of way. And as you step further into the room, the dress shifts to red and she starts to,
And
the portrait's eyes follow you, and it starts to feel more threatening in a way that she might be reaching out to grab you. I have two hands up. We're going to go to Kat first.
I would like to attempt to move my hex onto the portrait or a potential creature within the portrait.
I'm gonna see it and in frustration and in hatred of this person, take my spear and just throw it straight to the face.
Okay.
After both of them, I would like to take an action as well.
Great.
I'm-
Kat, your hex moves, and then we're gonna do Kat, Knave, Time, and Ace. Cool.
I'll go after Ace.
Great. Kat, you successfully move your hex to this portrait.
It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Eh.
Because it won't catch on anything that's not a creature.
Excuse me, it's alive. It's an ugly picture.
Attack it.
All right, what's the next order?
No more.
Knave, you said that you were going to throw your javelin at it? Would you like to make that attack roll, please?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's this one.
Ooh.
That absolutely hits.
Okay.
It's a
Do I roll
it's a
damage? I'm
fixed
like,
object.
Is this a full round or is it just like a truncated reaction-y type round?
Truncated reaction
Okay.
type situation. Go ahead and roll your damage. And Ace, tell me what you were going to do.
I am still stealthed.
Yes.
So let's see here. Can I do a sneak attack on it?
You can. I'm gonna say that Ace and Knave, you are going to be attacking at once. So Ace, you may also go ahead and roll your attack.
can I
Okay,
add
since-
Wrathful Smite. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna add Wrathful Smite to add to the flavor of hatred, just because I really truly hate this picture.
You absolutely can. I love doing that for flavor. Yes, please. Thank
Okay.
you. Ace, your question?
Oh, I was gonna use my short bow. So because
Okay,
it's
that's
up,
fine.
right?
Yes, it's hanging above the fireplace. And Time, what were you going to do?
After all the attacks are done, I want to use momentary stasis,
Okay.
which is a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Or we're just attacking a painting that can't do a Constitution saving throw. That's really
Did
It
I
has to
hit
do a
it?
wisdom throw for me if it's frightened, if that's a thing.
Okay. Ace, your attack with your short bow does hit. Please roll damage.
And sneak attack?
Yes, and sneak attack. Because you've been stealth this whole fucking time.
the level of excitement in your face was just amazing.
We love letting rogues use stealth. So good. Okay, as y'all suddenly become very suspicious because a hex has moved on to this painting, the Knave, your javelin, and Ace, your short bow land at the exact same time, and one hits in one eye of Holda and the other hits in the other. Jocelyn, did you have?
That's an
Oh,
evil
no.
laugh.
So
I'm terrified.
Cute. And the portrait erupts into flames and disappears.
It's better that way anyway.
I cast momentary stasis on the wall left behind.
On the wall.
Beautiful.
Does my javelin fall to the ground?
Mhm.
It does, yeah. The
Okay.
javelin and
bolt?
the bolt from the arrow
Arrow.
from the crossbow. No, short bow.
Short bow. Yeah.
My
I feel
brain
like
keeps
with
trying to say
momentary
you're using-
stasis, they
No,
would
that's okay.
stay
I did
in
the same thing.
air.
That's why I said bolt first. Yeah.
Mm,
The
yeah,
momentary
okay, so
stasis, I
those-
feel like they would stay still right there.
Agreed. Yes. So
I will
they
need that back.
definitely impacted, but the portrait disappeared. Your weapons stayed there. They're not implanted in the wall at all. They're just being held by Time's stasis.
You said attack the painting.
I'm gonna need that back time.
I can get more of those.
I drop it and just like, okay, we're good. Let's find the hammer.
It's a croquet mallet. And Knave, who was that?
That was how do I put it without
as Knave is finding the words cat, you can tell that your hex acts as though the thing that you had placed it on died.
Okay. So my glowing it becomes kind of a ring with little points that stick kind of up and out from it,
Mhm.
which was also on the glass elemental, kind of shrinks back down and ends up circling Cat's helm
I love that image.
while it's
Makes me so happy.
in concentration.
Okay, Knave, you were explaining Holda to Time?
yes. That is the reason I'm here. The queen has been has been misled, and the name was Holda. A blood pact has been made with the queen, and I really don't blame the queen, but
Are you saying she's a warlock?
yes.
She's a warlock to that fiendish patron.
Yes, and the queen is bloodbound to Holda. Not me, but it's fine. We have to stop Holda and help the queen again.
See sort of tears start to come out of Ace's eyes. She sort of tries to kind of keep her composure of like, oh my god, okay. All right, we need to find
Time is like wiggling right there, like, oh, this is an excellent twist. Oh, I should rethink my thoughts of her. Oh, this makes sense now.
And at the same time, I'm gonna grab the bloodstone that the queen gave to me, and I'm gonna kind of just twiddle it between my fingers.
I'm gonna start looking for the croquet mallet.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Same.
say
The crochet mallet.
Hugo
The
is
crochet
breathing pretty
mallet.
heavily.
The crochet
Great.
mallet.
Listen, I tried to say croquet.
I am going to assist Ace's investigation.
I was going to have
Oh,
all
yeah.
of you roll if you would like to have everyone roll perception.
Cat is not the best at looking for individual stuff.
Okay.
So Cat is going to be better off assisting somebody else so that they get advantage.
And I'm
Oh,
pretty
should I
shook
reroll
up
with
from
advantage?
the picture. I have
We're going to be doing
disadvantage.
investigation. I'm so sorry. I did say
Oh, okay.
perception earlier. We are going to be doing investigation. My apologies.
Do I get to keep my roll, or do I need to re-roll?
Same.
And I'm
Oh,
pretty
are we
shook up.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nave.
Sorry, I'm pretty shook up. Do I have disadvantage?
Sorry. You would be having disadvantage from just
Psychic
Being
damage.
upset. Psychic damage from seeing Holda.
if you would like to do that for flavor, you are perfectly welcome to.
Yeah, flavor's important.
Great.
So is Cat giving Ace?
Alright.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say whatever you rolled, we're just gonna keep it how it
Okay.
is because I misspoke. We're gonna do a combination of perception and investigation checks. Those who are doing perception are helping to narrow down the search. Those who are doing investigation are doing a more in-depth search of the room.
And Cat is taking a help action to assist Ace.
Perfect.
So should
Thank
I?
you. Yes,
roll with
please
it?
re-roll.
Okay, I'll roll it. Should I re-roll perception or re-roll investigation? Because I initially rolled perception.
Whichever is higher for you.
Okay, actually investigation. So roll that with advantage. Yes.
Yeah, roll it with advantage and we'll just discard your first perception roll.
Do we have to?
Whoops.
That is okay.
Terrible. You can say it.
Can I
In
use my
comparison to
speak
the dead
with
roll.
animals spell?
You want to speak to the field mouse that you've been keeping with you?
Yes.
Okay, you can totally do that. Sure.
You see itty bitty pokes out its head. Yeah.
So I carefully take itty bitty out and hold itty bitty in my hands and use
And you
speak
are
with
out of
animals
rage.
and ask.
And you are out of rage because you used a spell. Yep.
Yeah, and I just wanted to ask if he's ever been in the queen's bedroom before, and possibly
No.
itty bitty has seen the croquet.
No, but I can help.
Okay. Then I'm gonna ask itty bitty if by placing itty bitty on the ground, go find the mallet.
Okay. Are you down, Vex, to let Hugo make another investigation check with advantage?
Hell yeah.
All right, Hugo, make an investigation check with advantage as itty bitty helps you find this mallet.
Or perception if that's higher for you.
Or perception if it's higher. Thank you, Vex.
Roll perception. Oh,
Oh, hell yeah.
well.
We can keep that if you want to keep that for
Yeah.
investigation.
So Vex,
Yeah, let's keep that.
Itty bitty runs over. I'm putting it back to your hands.
Yeah. So as you all are searching around, let me double check that I remember who rolled what. Time went and opened the closet and is sort of like looking through there. And Hugo, as you talk to Itty Bitty runs over and is looking with Time in the closet, and together you guys find the mallet hidden, sort of leaned up against the side, besides some of her larger gowns. What you find looks like the croquet mallet that you have seen the queen with when she plays. It is honestly one of the least ornate objects that you've seen in this room. Everything in here has filigree, is colored very specifically. But the mallet itself, it has, when you first look at it, it just looks like it has a couple of regular red rings. It's got some engravings on the head that sort of spiral outwards. But as you take a closer look, there are also ribbons tied around the handle of this that seem to flutter on their own. And I'm gonna say, can Time, and if someone would like to help you, can you make an Arcana check, please?
Let's see.
I would like to remember that there was something odd about the mallet, and kind of yell across the Time to look carefully at it as a help action, help him out.
Okay, does that mean I roll with advantage because I need help?
Yes, yes, it does.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Amazing. You know that this mallet is connected to the Jabberwock. This is the item that you've been looking for. As you're examining it and you pick it up, you can, as you grab it, you can see more sigils start to spring out. No one else in the room can see these, only the person holding it. But you see these black shapes moving forward, and as you look at the head of it, you can see the Jabberwock on each end of it. You can, it is an almost real life etching that seems to move on the sides of it.
I do believe this is how you say the cookie at the end of the tunnel.
Throw it in a bag and don't be careful with it.
Yes, don't touch it.
I immediately drop it.
Ace, put a bag
Careful
on it.
with
Put it in a bag.
drops it on the floor.
Going to put on, do I have gloves of some kind or something?
Ace, actually, while Time and the mouse were finding this, you were in fact looking around near her dresser and happened to shift the lamp that lives there. As you did so, a passageway to your right has opened up, and you can see a spiral staircase going up.
Oh my. Found something interesting. Would I know where this might lead?
Yeah.
Or
why would we want to go up? Let's leave.
How much time have you spent looking at the blueprints of the castle itself?
a fair amount. I would need to know every defensible position possible. And also I would know at least a good solid number of the ins and outs of the castle.
Yes. Okay, then yes. Then you know that this leads to the turret above the Queen's room. This is the turret that is in the Queen's wing. So if you follow this up, you will get to open sky. And you remember, and I think anyone who cares to remembers that Hatter did say that you need to get this mallet to the roof in order to help activate the magic.
I guess we're going up.
Yep. I will carefully take the mallet and head up the stairs cautiously and stealthily.
Would you all like to follow as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna rush behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna be following, but at the rear of the group.
You
All
guys are all going
I'm
up the
gonna whistle.
staircase. Go ahead, Hugo. Sorry.
I'm gonna whistle to Itty Bitty to get back in the bag.
Itty
and then
bitty
we'll
gets back in the
leave.
bag. Thank you. Go ahead, Nate.
Can I use divine sense to detect good and evil? I'm not really sure that'll help me, but I guess if there's any, could I use that to detect
Yeah,
evil, like
you can-
traps?
Yeah, you
while
can
we're headed up?
absolutely, and that's just an innate sense. You don't sense anything keeping you from finishing your mission.
Okay.
As you guys all climb to the top of this high turret that Vex has described, and Ace, you are holding.
Can I have closed the door
Yes,
to the chamber itself
yes,
into the hall before
Absolutely.
ascending the stairs?
absolutely. You guys climb to the top of the stairs. You get to the turret. Ace is in front of you holding this mallet. And as you stare out over the castle grounds, you swear you can see the tiniest shadow of the beast of the Jabberwock curled around one of the spires of the Summer Court Castle. This is where Duchess Mustard Seed would normally live. And Ace, you get the instinct to hold up the mallet. What do you do?
Hold it up.
Ace, you put
What
the
are you
mallet
doing?
up in the air. There is a crackle of energy as Ace holds it up. All of you united in this one moment. You hear a loud, as if coming to you from thousands of miles, anguished roar. And you know that you have succeeded in your goal. As you see the Jabberwock take off from the castle. And that is where we will end our one shot.
Woo!
Mm.
You did it!
Congratulations, you did it!
You did
Somehow Cat does not feel any better.
And you swear in the distance, you hear a party of 4 people go, what was that?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you guys. This was so much freaking fun. Thank you, Vex, for being my amazing co-DM and rolling with the punches in a world that was not theirs and making it even better and richer. I want to give special shout outs to Magic and to Voodoo, who handled their first ever one shot like champs.
Yes.
I definitely would love to have you all play again. I know Vex has a character that I've been dying to get them in again. So please, let's stay in touch. Let's do more stuff. And just to give you guys some kind of fun facts, and Ben, don't include this in the recording.